Many know Hampden Park as Scotland's national football stadium, but few are aware that this was not the original. This here, at Hampden Bowling Club in Rose Garden, is the site of the first home of Scottish football. Queen's Park, which is situated just a few yards away, is where Scotland's oldest football club took its name, and where Football Square Mile and the Hampden Walking Tour begins. Created by Graham Brown, founder of the Hampden Collection, the Hampden Walking Tour tells the story of the three Hampden Parks, whilst categorically proving that it was within these grounds where Scotland developed modern world football as we know it today.
Which I have done in the past. You're now standing in the world's biggest open-air football museum. It is 1 square mile, it's football square mile. Behind me and underneath my feet is the most important part of the football square mile because it's the centre spot of world football. Hampden Bowling Club is on the site of the first Hampden Park, which is the world's first purposefully built international football ground. It set the template for every football ground that's ever been built. Here is where the modern passing and running game was perfected by Queen's Park Football Club, and then it was exported around the world by the Scottish professors who took it to every corner, including South America, so Brazil, Uruguay, Argentina.
Queen's Park and the Scotland national team played at the first Hampden between 1873 and 1883, before moving here to Cathkin Park, which before 1903 was also known as Hampden Park. It played host to many Scotland internationals, numerous Scottish Cup finals, and in its day welcomed crowds of over 50,000. But having been left to the forces of nature since the 1960s, Cathkin Park is now a public leisure park with a rich footballing heritage. As part of the Hampden Collection's bid to make the three Hampdens a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it is explained why Cathkin Park has a vital role to play in the campaign. But it wasn't just football that was primarily developed in Scotland, with author and historian Richard S. Young highlighting the huge influence of cricket on the beautiful game.
The links between football and cricket are very, very tight. They've been lost over time, but Queen's Park had nobody really to get the structure up, so they speak to their cricket clubs that they're all friendly with, and that creates the SFA, the Scottish Cup, the rules, the regulations and whatever, and tight links as football begins in the 1870s.
The third Hampden, the current home of the Scotland national teams, has welcomed many footballing greats such as Maradona and Zidane. But it has perhaps housed nothing greater than the history it represents, not just for Scotland, but the entire footballing world.